Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Gyani. So today we'll be discussing about a problem called sort colors. So this is a LeetCode medium level problem, and we'll discuss about how to solve it without using the sort function. In case of Java, you can't use the arrays.sort function, and we also discuss about how to solve it in ON complexity. Okay, so let's discuss about it. So at first, we'll just take the consideration of the description. So first it is saying that given an array nums with n objects colored red, white and blue, sort them in place so that objects of the same color are adjacent. So in briefly it is saying that we have to take the colors as red, white and blue and we have to just sort it. But how to sort it? We'll use the integers 0, 1 and 2. So we'll identify the colors like red as 0, white as 1 and blue as 2. So this will be the identification of the colors and we'll just print it. But we have to also keep in mind that if the adjacent color is present, we'll also print it. Let's take the example at first. So in the nums array it is saying 202110. So 0 is for red, so red will come first, so 0 is coming first. Also there is also a 0, so 0 will come first. So these two zeros are identifying the red color, then two ones are identifying the white color, and two blue colors are identified by 2. So it is also in the sorted manner. So let's deep dive in how to solve it in problem. Just understand the algorithm and approach. You can easily solve it in any language. I am just using the Java. Okay, so at first it is saying that we have to initialize the 0, 1 and 2 as red, white and blue. So let's just initialize it. So 0 is for we have to just initialize. So 0 will be for 0 and 1 is for 0, 1 will be also 0 and 2 will also be 0. So we are just initializing the 0, 1 and 2 to identify the colors red and white and blue after this process. So int, it will be int, it will be int, it will be int. Now what we'll do that as we are initializing the 0, 1 and 2, and we have to just traverse this array, and if we find any 0 then we will just increment it. If we find any 1 then 1 will be incremented, and if we find any 2 then 2 will be incremented, and we will storing the values. So how to do this? So let's take let's traverse the array. So I equal to 0, I less than nums dot length I plus plus. If in the array we find the 0, so nums I equal to 0, then 0 will be incremented. Okay, so this 0 will be incremented and stored. So how many times the 0 will be coming in the array, we will just incrementing and store it. Okay, similarly if 1 is present in the array, then we'll just increment it as 1 plus plus. And also, sorry, this will be else if, and if else if nums I equal to 2, then 2 plus plus. Okay, so we'll just incrementing the value, right? 0, 1 and 2. It is very much simple. Now we'll taking the condition and how to sort it in this way. So this for loop will be completed. Now we will also again traverse the array. So for int I equal to 0, I less than nums dot length and I plus plus. Okay, so now we're taking the condition that if I less than 0, so suppose in the first condition on the first traversion I equal to 0, and suppose in the array 0 is present. So suppose 1, 0 is present, right? So you can see that if 0 less than 1, then we'll just printing the 0, right? So first condition will be there that in the first iteration if the 0 is present, then we'll just print it. So this will be the first. So okay, so if I less than 0, then nums I will be 0. So at least if any 0 is present, then this 0 will be printed from this condition. Now how to print the 1 and 2? So at first, else if I greater equal to 0, because we have a condition that I less than 0. Now if I greater equal to 0, and also if I less than 0 plus 1, then we will be printing out the nums I equal to sorry, equals to 1. So let's take, suppose in the second iteration I equal to 2, in the second iteration I will be equal to 2, and suppose 1 0 is present, suppose 1 0 is present, and two ones are present, right? Two ones are present. Yeah, suppose two ones are present. So first of all, if 0 is present, 1 0 is present, then it will be printed out. In the second condition, suppose this I equal to 2, so I greater equal to 0, so 0 equal to 1, I equal to 2, 2 greater than 1. And if 0 plus 1, suppose 1 plus 2 equals to 3, and also we know that I less than 3, right? I less than 3. From this condition, we will just printing out the 1, because if there is 1 present, suppose 2, here the two ones are present, and also the iteration is less than the 0 plus 1, then we will just printing out the 1, and we have left out with 2, so just we have to print it as nums I equals to 2, right? We're just taking this consideration in the example itself when it will be printing out. So let's just print it at first. So this is the for loop. Yeah, so let's run the code. So here you can see that this is accepted. Now just taking, let's understand it. So first we have just initialized the 0 1 and 2, and also we have just traversed the array and counted the values of zeros. This is the count part. Okay, counting 0 1 and 2. Now if for the traversing of the array, if I less than 0, so then you can say that at least 1 0 is present. So here 2 0 2 1 1 1 0, you can see here two zeros are present, so two zeros are present, and I equal to 0, the first iteration I equal to 0, so 0 less than 2, so that's why 0 will be printed out. Okay, so 0 0. Now if I greater equal to 0, suppose in the third iteration, zeros are 2, and sorry, this will be the second iteration, and 1 is present for 2 times, suppose 1 is present at 2 times, so you can say that 2 less than 4, 2 less than 4, because 0 plus 1 equal to 4. That's why the 1 will be printed out, 1 and 1, and because of the else part, the 2 will be printed out automatically, right? So this is all about the algorithm. If you find any difficulty, just comment it out, we'll be discussing about that. And you can see that if you submit this problem, then you can find that this is runtime 0 faster than 100% of Java. So you can say that this problem is also faster than any of the other codes, and also it is actually the about ON complexity program. Okay, ON. So that's about it. If you find this video very much useful, just like and subscribe my channel. We'll meet in the next video.